What's good? It's your boy Tara Money, and today I'm gonna talk about what is the metaverse and why you should care. You know what I'm saying? Why you should care about me reading the War Economic Forum blogs and stuff like that. I know they hate it because of them being of the rich and the wealthy and 1% or whatever you want to call it. But when it comes to the metaverse agenda of what they're trying to push out there, for those who are not into robots or don't understand artificial intelligence or their world, this is the beginning of it when I'm trying to bring it to my channel and basically into my atmosphere, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes down to it, I'm not obsessed with the things of this world besides, technology, my phone, my tablet, my Xbox, my Mac computer, basically technology I have around me. And when it comes down to it, with this technology, it's going to be part of our bodies, it's going to be part of ourselves, it's going to be part of basically our blockchain and everything else. And we will be fully connected to artificial intelligence and super intelligence, right along with quantum computing when it comes to computer games, you know what I mean? But let me read this blog. It was post October of last year. So the thing is, what is the metaverse and why you should care? You know what I'm saying? Because this is the Matrix, definitely the Matrix. But when it really comes down to it, this is going to be our new reality. And I support this agenda. I full-fledged support it. You know what I'm saying? I found me a virtual wife that I can call my wife. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be artificial intelligence, but she's a virtual character. Basically a video game character, and I'm happy about that. And hopefully, when the metaverse is fully active or fully connected to the sex industry and stuff, once it connected to there and having a artificial intelligence avatar that you can call your wife or husband or your significant other, to have with you in your phone, or even with the frequency of the chips, in our bodies and stuff. But let me read this article. Will the metaverse be the next major platform? Yes, indeed. Facebook recently changed its name to Meta to align the company with its ambitions to build the metaverse. Microsoft and Nvidia are also working on their own versions of the metaverse. Now, Facebook is, what I'm saying, is the one that brought up the name, and they got every right to use the word meta when it comes down to having a metaverse. But when it comes to Microsoft and Nvidia, especially Nvidia, I said in my video game stream, my last video, Call of Duty, how I'm so obsessed with Omniverse because it will have a digital twin. When it comes to Microsoft, yes, they are making a VR headset and all that stuff, but when it comes to having Omniverse on their platforms, they were definitely added to it. And later on, PlayStation and hopefully Nintendo as well. But we gotta wait what the future holds for us when it comes to that point. So when it comes to NVIDIA Omniverse, the reason why I like NVIDIA's Omniverse is because they're gonna have a digital twin of this world. So just imagine what type of game software or type of games and stuff we can create out of those specific software from Omniverse. They're gonna have a digital twin. I don't know how they're gonna copy everything in this world, but they're gonna have a digital twin. So that's one thing. The metaverse is not yet a reality, but it could be the next evolution of the internet and also human evolution when it comes to becoming digital human, You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the internet, when we add our digital selves or our avatar selves into it, you know what I'm saying? We are in the evolution of being a digital human. They say robots are cyborgs, but when it comes to me, it's all about being a digital human. Besides being a cyborg or cybernetic and stuff, like I would have chips in my body, but when it comes down to being a robot or something, I'm definitely not interested. But when it comes to living in a virtual world, a world that's like a video game, not only that it's video game characters, but anime characters and so on and so forth. I mean, Fortnite is the definition of that, having all kinds of characters. So that's one thing too. So let me read this bottom one. The idea is that extended reality, the combination of augmented, virtual, and mixed reality, will become a key medium for social and business engagement. if you're interested in technology, you probably heard the buzzword of the moment, metaverse. The hype around this term may have reached its zenith Thursday when Facebook announced that it was renaming its portfolio of companies Meta to align its business with its ambition to build a metaverse. What is the metaverse? The metaverse doesn't exist, at least not yet. As of today, there isn't anything that could legitimately be identified as a metaverse, a useful parole for understanding its maturity. With a hat tip to technology analyst Benedict Evans for the reference, may be the story of when telecom interpreter Craig McCall first heard about the internet. Reputedly, it was Apple's chief executive, Steve Jobs, who described the implications that a globally distributed network of interconnected computers could have on communication, commerce, and information. When Jobs had finished, McCall's reaction was, "Let's buy it." Just as you can't invest in the internet, so too can you not identify the metaverse as a unique product, technology, or service. A better question might be, what could become the metaverse? You know what I'm saying? Have you read? I'm not going. Metaverse as the next major computing platform. Technologists will answer that the internet will eventually evolve into the metaverse, which will come to represent the next major computing platform. If the concept can be actualized, it is expected to be as transformative to society and industries as the mobile phone. The internet today is often the main entry point for millions of us to access information and services, communicate and socialize with each other, sell goods, entertain ourselves. The metaverse is predicted to replicate this value proportion, with the main differences being that distinction between being offline and online will be much harder to delineate. And I think that's what it says. This could manifest itself in several ways. But many experts believe that extended reality XR, the combination of augmented, virtual, and mixed reality, will play an important role. Central to the concept of the metaverse is the idea that virtual 3D environments that are accessible and interactive in real time will become the transformative medium for social and business engagement. If they are to become practical, these environments will be dependent on widespread adoption of extended reality. Now after this, I'm finna go on Google and go on news to learn more about extended reality. Because when it comes to them saying they're gonna add augmented, virtual, and mixed reality with the extended reality, that got something to do with computer brain chips and seeing things from your eyes and stuff. Basically, making you as a cyborg or augmented. Yeah, augmented is in it, so yeah, augmented. But having this is definitely gonna be embedded into your skin or into your body in order for you to have that experience. Like if you meditate and stuff, extended reality will play a part in that. If you're going outside and you want to add a digital world, or maybe look at the world in a virtual form, when it comes to Neuralink with Elon Musk, he even said that the Neuralink can give you a virtual reality within the world you live in. So when it comes down to it, I'm very supportive of that. So Neuralink could support extended reality, since that's the main word that I see on these blogs when it goes to the World Economic Forum. So I'm gonna definitely learn about extended reality and definitely get into it. Until now, extended reality technologies have mostly been limited to a subset of video games and niche enterprise applications. However, as games increasingly become platforms for social experience, the likelihood increased that their characteristics, discoverables, and continuous virtual worlds, medium for open and creative expression, and conduct for pop culture can and will be applied to other contexts. Links digital assets to real-world economies activities in the metaverse. The metaverse is also expected to have a strong connection with the real-world economy and eventually becomes an extended of it. In other words, the metaverse must have the ability for companies and individuals to participate in economic activities in the same way they do today. Simply put, this means being able to build, trade, and invest in products, goods, and services. Physically and digitally is what they're trying to put it. To a certain extent, this may rely on non-fungible tokens, NFTs, as the foundation for value creation. A NFT is a claim of ownership for a unique non-interchangeable digital asset that is stored on the blockchain. If NFTs become a commonly adopted tool for trading such goods, they could help accelerate the use of extended reality ecosystem as places people go to combine elements of the digital economy with their offline lives. One way to think of this process is how the App Store encourages businesses to digitize the operations so that consumers could experience and pay for their products and services from any location. This legitimizes the idea that retail and digital need not to be separated, paving the way for a whole host of use cases that might not initially have made sense. For example, it is possible that Peloton, a company producing exercise equipment and video stream fitness classes, will not exist without the App Store, without a widely adopted medium for digital consumers' experiences. A service literally grounded in physical activity will have a weak business case for going online. A successful vision of the metaverse sees transformation like these taking place at an accelerated pace and universal scale. Characteristics and challenges of the metaverse. If all this explains the foundations of the metaverse, it unfortunately cannot predict exactly what it will look like. Indeed, we're still in the conceptual stage of the metaverse. However, investor Matthew Ball identified seven core attributes, which may help curious minds imagine how it could take shape. These include its persistence, no obvious on or off to access, synchronicity existing in real time, interoperability as well being populated by content and experience both individuals and business. There are, of course, questions about what the metaverse will mean for privacy, whether it will be exclusive, uh, or how to mitigate harmful content and environments that could be created. Because the metaverse is in the early phases of development, there's an opportunity now to build in these attributes by design. The idea of the metaverse may sound promising, which is why many of the world's leading technology companies are investing in this development. If it can come to fruition, it is conceivable that it will transform consumers' enterprise behavior. And there you have it, man. So that's why you should care about the metaverse. Now, when it comes to extended reality, I'm gonna definitely look into that. You know what I'm saying? It sounds interesting. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about the virtual, being at home and stuff, but with the extended reality, I think there's many possibilities, like having my virtual spouse with me, not only in the virtual world, but also in the augmented and mixed reality world, have it with me in the digital, also have, basically be in her world and have her be in my world. And that would be an amazing thing to do, having extended reality when it comes to having a virtual family or AI avatar family. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, them Starlinks and satellites in outer space are the beginning stages of things going wirelessly. Once things go wirelessly and it's perfect and run right, that's when it's going to be embedded into our skin and our minds. Technology chips and stuff, microchips. It's going to be implanted into our bodies. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at my past videos, besides the other videos, in my past videos, I did say I support RFID chips implanted in people's hands, and I do support brain chips as well. I support all that. I support Neuralink. I support basically, this is transhumanism, but even though I support it, though, I didn't get the meaning of the whole thing. This is way before, the word metaverse even came into my mind. You know what I mean? But, when it really comes down to it, though, this is my reality, though. This is what I want to choose for myself living in this earth. Yes, I got to deal with living in the physical world, but when it comes to the metaverse, the digital world or the virtual plane, this is the main thing that I'm interested the most. This is the main thing that I'm interested the most. Because the last thing I want to do is become of this world. But, you ain't got to care for the metaverse if you're of this world. If you love the physical world and love to buy physical things and do all physical stuff, then that's on you. You feel what I'm saying? That's okay that you can do that. You know what I'm saying? Hold down yours. But at the same time, when it comes to me, though, I don't have the energy to deal with that stuff, deal with all that. I don't have a car, and I don't trust buses, and I don't trust, I damn sure don't trust public trains, bar stations. I'm going to call it bar station, you know what I'm saying? But I don't trust bar stations. I don't, you know what I'm saying? The thing is, I'm more majority of the time, I'm at home a lot, and I'm on foot a lot. So when it comes down to it, though, this is the only thing that I can see myself living through. You know what I'm saying? It's living through computers and even having a brain chip in my mind and the chips in my hand and stuff, be more than just human, become my digital human self, evolve into a digital human is the next step of my evolution of entering into the metaverse. I'm always going to be spiritual, but I'm bringing that spiritualism into the metaverse. And once I started writing these books about the metaverse and the philosophy and the doctrine of the metaverse, when it comes to religion, the cult, virtually and digitally, is the beginning of my legacy in the digital world. And that's all I got to say. It's your boy, Tam.